Hey guys, Ultra Bliss here, and today we're discussing the differences between the GX8 and the G7. I had a friend of mine asking me what is the true difference between the GX8 and the G7, because he actually wanted to get himself a GX8, because as you know, these cameras are both from 2015 and obviously they've become a lot cheaper than they used to be. So looking at the cameras, these are very similar spec. Unfortunately, the biggest difference between the GX8 and the G7 is the pricing. The GX8 is a lot more expensive. It's going to cost you a lot more for pretty much almost the same thing, the same specs and almost the same performance. The biggest difference, what makes the GX8 greater than the G7, is that the GX8 has a 20 megapixel sensor, whereas in the G7 has a 12 megapixel sensor. A lot of people might say there's not much difference, but I mean, at the end of the day, you are getting extra megapixels, so it's up to you. Are you willing to pay more for that extra 4 megapixel, or are you fine getting away with that 16 megapixel and getting almost the same result? In terms of the G7, the only thing that I can point out is that it has a built-in flash. What would push me towards getting the GX8 more is the fact that it has image stabilization. Not the greatest, but at least some image stabilization. Because if you're that kind of person who's shooting video, you kind of need a little bit of image stabilization to keep your photos and videos stabilized. So one of the things that really plays out at the end of the day is the lenses you're using. From all the tests I've done, there's not much difference between these cameras. So that's it guys, that's my short little look at the GX8 and the G7. I hope this kind of gives you an idea on what these two cameras, the differences are. Otherwise, yeah, I hope you leave a like and subscribe if you like my content. Otherwise, make sure to leave